my loves, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be trying out the new Pat McGrath concealer, and I'm also going to be creating this look so you guys can see how the concealer blends in with the rest of my makeup. I'm really sorry I'm not doing a wear test. I pretty much gotta go right now and I gotta take this makeup off, unfortunately, but we're just gonna see how it applies and all that good stuff. If you guys are not here for anything else besides a concealer, I'm gonna leave a timestamp somewhere down in the comments area or in the description box so you guys can just skip right through. And I'm sorry guys for the lack of videos lately. I'm not gonna get into it, but I haven't been able to film. I'm really sorry, but I do want to thank you guys for your constant support and love. It means so much. I'm sorry I'm rushing, but I got to go. So with that being said, we're just gonna jump right into it. Let's get started. Please don't mind my skin, I've been going through it. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the Glow Recipe Watermelon Mist really quick just to prep the skin. For primer, I'm going in with the Fenty Soft Filter, I'm lying, Soft Silk Hydrating Primer. Just gonna grab a little bit. Move my mirror closer. Gonna color correct just a little bit with my MAC Mineralized Concealer in NC45. Again, as always, Fenty 115 brush. For foundation, I want to use the Pat McGrath. I have the shade M19, which is a little too dark for me, so I'm gonna mix it with my NARS Sheer Glow in the shade Syracuse. And I'm just gonna use the the Pow Pow blender. I forgot the name of it. I'm gonna grab a little bit of the Pat McGrath, just a little bit, and that's just gonna go around my mouth because of my hyperpigmentation, so it'll cancel out the darkness. And then whatever's left on my sponge is what I'm gonna use on my forehead. Alrighty, so I grabbed my phone real quick because I wanted to know the details. So basically, full coverage, natural finish. It's supposed to be for normal, dry combination, oily skin. It gives a radiant matte finish. Okay. Brightens the under eye, hides the appearance of blemishes, yada. Okay, cool. So I ended up getting the shade M17. I was going back and forth, M15, 16, and 17. M16 was a little bit too peachy, too neutral for my liking. And M15 was, it looked a little bit too bright for every day. But who knows, I might end up having to get that shade. So here's M17. I love how like it feels heavy, so you know it's luxury type of packaging. I'm just gonna do like 3 dots like so because it says that it's full coverage, so I don't want to overdo it. Alright, so I'm going to use the same sponge I was using earlier just to blend it out, and I think that I picked the perfect shade because this brightens my under eye already. So the lighting in Sephora is really bad in my opinion, so yeah, I'm really happy I went with this shade. So far it blended out super seamlessly. Like, I like the coverage. I do think that it does have good coverage. Like, it doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels very lightweight. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more just to see like how it would look, and also just to apply a little bit here on my lid. Alrighty, so I don't want to wait. I'm just gonna set it with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush shade number 2. This is the Real Techniques brush. So I'm gonna grab my the Huda Beauty powder in the shade Blondie. With this powder puff, I just want to press this in. I'm not gonna bake or anything. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of the product, and then on the back of my hand, I'm just taking off any excess powder. I'm just gonna press that in. And then with the brush I used earlier, I'm just gonna immediately get rid of any excess powder. So now I'm gonna grab my MAC 129 brush, and this is my Bobbi Brown skin foundation. This is the Skin Weightless powder foundation in the shade Golden 6, just to kind of set this foundation. This foundation, you guys, I don't love it. I like it, it's all right, but for some reason, if I don't set it, it just doesn't look right. So you guys know I like my skin to look dewy and glowing. I don't really set my foundation, but this powder makes my skin look flawless and natural. So this is the only way I can make this foundation work. And I'm not, you know, going in heavy with this powder or anything. I'm just very lightly pressing this onto my skin just to kind of smooth out my skin even more, because this foundation for some reason doesn't do it for me. So I'm gonna get rid of this powdery look that I have going on. I'm gonna use the Frontal spray. Use a bronzer now. This is the Ambient Radiant by Hourglass with my MAC 140 brush, and just to warm up my face. For blush, I'm gonna use the MAC Cheeky Bits Extra. I can speak. Cheeky Bits Extra. The blush, all right, with my MAC 187. I cannot. It's just a blush, you guys. I love this. Right on top of that, I'm gonna grab my MAC Gold Deposit, one of my faves. Same brush. Just gonna use that as like a blush topper slash highlight. The highlight, this is a MAC, or the MAC Star Dipped Face Compact, and I'm just going to pretty much use probably oh darling, this is a MAC 137. Just a little bit on my temple. One last time with the Frontal. I know I spray a lot of misting hydrating sprays. I know some people were asking me like, why do I spray so much? But you guys, I have combination dry skin, mainly dry skin, very dehydrated skin, and if I don't moisturize my skin properly, it's gonna get very flaky throughout the day. It's gonna feel uncomfortable, tight, and I don't like that feeling at all. Plus I use quite a few powders today, so that's not my typical type of application when it comes to makeup. So we're gonna spray. So real quickly, I'm gonna grab the Paint by Number eyeshadow from MAC. This is from the MAC Loud and Clear collection. MAC 212, I believe, lies 227, and I'm just applying this all over my lid just to have a little wash of color, but nothing too intense or anything. Just really like this eyeshadow a lot. Like on its own, it's so beautiful. I really recommend this shade. It's so pretty. Just look at how it adds a little something to my makeup without me like having to use 3 different eyeshadows, you know. I use the Fenty Full Frontal. I don't know what it is, but I've really been liking this mascara. I'm not like obsessed yet to buy full size, so we'll see. But so far so good. This is the KKW liner in the shade 90s Glam. I'm gonna grab cork because this liner does absolutely nothing for me. I'm gonna use Fenty Beauty's Stunner Lip Paint in the shade Unbutton. It's just like the nude one. I love this shade, it's so pretty. But I'm only dotting it because it's so pigmented. And I'm gonna use the Fenty Gloss Bomb and Fenty Glow. I need to get a new one because I'm pretty much out. Again with the sorry. This time though, I'm only gonna spray the sides of my face. Alrighty, my loves, so this is the final look. I absolutely love how my makeup came out today, even though my skin, I'm not really like fond of it right now, but it is what it is. So let's talk about the concealer. I honestly right now, even though this is the first impressions and I'm not doing like a wear test, just by the application, by the way that it looks right now, I am obsessed. It looks super smooth, it looks super flawless. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in for you guys so you guys can see how my makeup looks up close. I don't know if you guys can see like how smooth my under eyes look. I think also with the powders that I use and the way that I apply them, it really helped a lot. And it's not heavy at all. It looks amazing. So yeah, like application wise, stunning. I feel like it blended out super seamlessly. In terms of the finish, it did claim to have, a natural, it said natural radiant matte finish, and I agree. It's almost like the foundation where when you apply it, it goes on very hydrating. But once it sets, it's not matte to the point that it dries out your skin or it absorbs all your natural oils. It more so gives you a natural kind of like satin finish, but you definitely have to set it with a powder. And I feel like even if you're like myself, you have very dry under eyes, it's not flaky at all. It feels hydrating. It doesn't feel tight on my eyes whatsoever. Absolutely love the formula in terms of the finish. And in terms of the coverage, it's said to be full, and I'm gonna say that I agree, because you guys know I'm really into very skin-like products. I like natural products, and I felt like the first time when I applied it, I just applied like 3 dots on each eye, and that gave me enough coverage. That would have been more than enough for me, but for the sake of the video, I applied a little bit more so you guys can see how it layered, and it covers really well. I feel like it's definitely medium buildable coverage up to full. Is it the most full coverage concealer? I don't think so. There's definitely other concealers that I've tried that are full coverage, but I feel like this one you can get it up to full coverage, if that makes any sense. So in terms of the shades, I believe there's like what, 40 something, 44, and that's amazing. Like, I'm really happy about that. Undertones, there's definitely a wide range of undertones. I'm gonna honestly say, like, I have no complaints so far with the concealer. Like, 0 complaints. I feel like everything is just on point. The only thing I am gonna say though is I do recommend that you try the concealer in stores if you can. If you can't, then obviously try to do your research as much as possible, maybe watching videos or just trying to see swatches of the concealer, because just like the foundation, the undertones can throw you off a little bit. They may say like it has a yellow golden undertone or like a neutral, and it might be something different. So just keep that in mind. I just prefer that you guys try them out in stores if you have a Pat McGrath in your local like Sephora. But there's nothing for me to complain about. Like, I love the packaging. It's super sleek, but it's heavy, and I like that about it. So overall, I give this so far a 2 thumbs up. I think it's beautiful. We'll see how it holds up. I'm sorry, you guys, that I'm not gonna do a wear test, but I gotta go, and I'm gonna go work out now. I'm gonna go to the gym. It's really early in the morning, so I'm not gonna work out in makeup. I'm really sorry, but I got things that I gotta do. Plus, like I said, my skin's been going through it, so I don't want to keep makeup on my face for too long. But I absolutely love the concealer. I would definitely keep you guys updated on the concealer in terms of the wear, because everything else is on point. There's no complaints from my part. Like, I can't even find a flaw in the concealer. Like, I'm trying to, but I can't. It's so smooth. It's flawless. Like, I am shocked. I'm shocked, and I was not expecting it to be this good because I was not obsessed with the foundation. I prefer the concealer over the foundation any day. I think that I almost wish like this was the foundation and not the concealer, because the foundation, even though it's lightweight like I like it to be, there's something about it that's just not working out for me, and the undertones, they're off. It's so pricey, like, I don't know. But the concealer, absolutely love, highly recommend. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments area. Follow me on Instagram. Thank you guys for your constant support. Sorry for the lack of videos, but like I mentioned, I just haven't been able to film. I just haven't been able to film. I'm really sorry, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check the description box below for all the product info, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, beauties.